Kharg Island is a 20-square-kilometer coral outcrop off the Iranian coast. Despite its size, its deep waters make it the terminus for 90% of Iran's seaborne crude exports, processing 2 million barrels daily and generating $78 billion in annual revenue. In a war game scenario set in March 2026, codenamed Operation Epic Fury, United States Central Command launches a coordinated aerospace campaign. Using precision munitions, they systematically dismantle the island's localized air defense batteries while operating under strict rules of engagement designed to deliberately spare the oil infrastructure. The logic behind the impending ground invasion is straightforward. Physically occupy the island to control the crude oil export terminal and sever the primary revenue artery of the Iranian economy. On paper, taking control of this tiny, poorly defended rock appears to be a guaranteed tactical victory that could bankrupt the regime overnight. Just over the horizon, a massive naval buildup waits, including an amphibious ready group, led by the USS Boxer and USS Tripoli. Embarked on these vessels are over 4,500 U.S. Marines. They bring heavy-lift helicopters, tilt-rotor transport aircraft, and advanced stealth fighters. The operation has two objectives. First, physically occupy the island to secure the oil. Second, establish a forward staging base to ensure commercial shipping can continue flowing through the Persian Gulf, countering any asymmetrical maritime blockades. The American forces hold overwhelming technological and numerical superiority, but war game simulations project a terrifying reality. They are preparing to walk directly into a perfectly designed, catastrophic trap. The assault begins with a highly aggressive pre-assault shaping campaign. F-35B Lightning II stealth fighters penetrate the coastal airspace, mapping the electromagnetic spectrum to neutralize early warning radars on the mainland. Simultaneously, artillery units deploy the High Mobility Artillery Rocket System, or HIMARS. These truck-mounted multiple rocket launchers fire precision munitions deep into the Zagros Mountains, targeting mobile missile launchers the moment they emerge from subterranean bunkers. At H-hour, the primary thrust relies on vertical envelopment. Successive waves of transport helicopters fly low to evade mainland radar, inserting Marines directly onto the unlit runway of the island's northern airport under the cover of darkness. While the aviation element secures the north, hovercraft roar across pre-cleared maritime corridors at speeds exceeding 40 knots. They bypass coral shoals and naval mines, protected by rolling naval artillery barrages from destroyers positioned offshore. Within hours, the Marines successfully consolidate the northern airhead. It creates a highly dangerous illusion of a swift and flawless victory. The fighting immediately bogs down as forces push into the central and southern sectors of the island, the energy citadel. This area is dominated by the deep-water terminal and an intricate labyrinth of pressurized piping manifolds. The scale of the hazard here is massive. The infrastructure includes over 50 storage tanks, holding up to 30 million barrels of highly combustible crude oil. This creates a severe tactical paradox. The Marines have to clear out fanatical, dug-in defending forces, but they are strictly prohibited from using heavy artillery, close air support, or incendiary weapons. A single stray bullet or misplaced explosive breaching charge could trigger a boiling liquid expanding vapor explosion, or BLEVE. This causes the highly pressurized liquid to instantly vaporize and ignite, creating a cascading inferno across the entire island. Operating under these agonizing restrictions, the infantry is stripped of its supporting arms. They rely entirely on physical envelopment and close-quarters combat, successfully securing the island after 72 grueling hours. Capturing the physical terrain reveals the true nature of the trap. The U.S. military has taken an agile expeditionary force and pinned it down as a static target inside a pre-sighted kill box. The strategic nightmare of holding the island is governed by the mathematics of asymmetric certainty. Kharg Island sits a mere 25 kilometers from the heavily armed Iranian mainland. From subterranean coastal bases, the defending forces launch relentless salvos of solid-fueled ballistic missiles. Because the distance is so short, these projectiles have a flight time of less than 2 minutes, leaving U.S. air defenses with virtually zero reaction time. These missile strikes are paired with massed swarms of loitering munitions or kamikaze drones. They fly low over the water, specifically designed to exhaust the interceptor magazines of U.S. naval escorts. This chart shows the fatal economic cost-exchange ratio of the siege. A single U.S. defensive interceptor missile costs up to $4 million. The incoming drone it destroys costs about $20,000. Even if U.S. air defense batteries achieve an extraordinary 95% interception rate, the sheer volume of attacks guarantees that a steady stream of Leaker munitions will inevitably penetrate the defensive umbrella over a 30-day occupation. Iran doesn't need to win a direct symmetric battle. They only need to wait as the brutal mathematics of saturation slowly bleed the occupying forces and drastically increase the probability of a stray munition finally igniting the oil terminal. The immediate macroeconomic fallout is absolutely devastating. The extreme militarization of the zone and instantly soaring war risk insurance premiums completely halt all commercial supertanker traffic to the island. This graph illustrates the projected global market shock caused by removing up to 2 million barrels of oil from the daily supply. Models show Brent crude rapidly spiking past the $150 and even $200 per barrel thresholds, triggering a massive global inflationary crisis. Faced with economic strangulation, the regime escalates horizontally. They deploy naval fast attack craft and cruise missiles to threaten the export infrastructure of neighboring Gulf Arab states, ensuring that if they cannot export their oil, no one else will either. Stripping a nation of its central economic lifeline guarantees unrestrained retaliation. In the confined literal battle spaces of the 21st century, sometimes the only way to lose a war is by successfully capturing the prize.